All right. Hello, everyone. This is the downside of waking up like 6 a.m. I just want to stream. And so here I am. It's an earlier stream. Those that usually catch live, I'm going live about 2 hours or so early, which admittedly is not the most consistent thing in the world, but we'll roll with it. All righty. All right, so if you missed the previous stream on Tuesday, I highly recommend you check it out. We started our first year at Clemson, got through about 5 games, and as you can see, was very successful. About as good a start as I could have hoped. Granted, we didn't play great teams. I mean, BYU, they were ranked 16 at the time. They're currently 3-2. And outside of that, we just beat up on some bad ACC schools. And then a Kansas State team that's, consistently consistent in the save, though they did do very well a couple years ago. My goal for this stream is to get through most of the remaining regular season games. I don't think I'll do the bowl/playoff games, provided we get in the playoffs, which if we don't, something has gone wrong down the stretch. And so I'll probably leave that for next week. We do have a pretty easy remaining schedule. I mean, currently our best opponent is a 3-2 Louisville, who one of their wins is an FCS team, the other win is a double overtime against a winless Missouri. So it's a pretty easy schedule down the way. I said this a couple times in the last stream, but I think when I was choosing to come to Clemson, my argument was that I have an easier path to win the ACC at Clemson than I did to win the Big Ten at Purdue. And seeing as OSU is 2, Michigan is 3, Wisconsin 4, and USC is 5, I think that this bears out my my argument here, where just in this save, the Big Ten is an unstoppable force that will never really slow down. If anyone is wondering what has happened to Purdue so far, let me just scroll a little bit. They are 2-3, and they are currently winless in their conference games against Illinois, Iowa, and Penn State. So, not great. I feel bad for fans that look at what I was able to accomplish at Purdue and then look at their current record. It's not great, but alas. Okay, enough of that. We did have 4 commits that I covered last stream. Really, the only 2 ones of note: JUCO D-line Weston Wiggins, who, depending on how many my D linemen want to go to the draft, will probably be our 4th or 5th, D lineman next season. And then Willie McQueen, who is a hidden gem, has A+ potential, so he's going to get 1 hit of development. I'm going to redshirt him. So before he even has a chance of seeing the field, his overall should go way up. We were really the only team in around any of these prospects, so no real surprises there. Well, let's get into the game. One thing I do need to figure out, and we have a lot of players, especially like redshirt freshmen, redshirt sophomores, that want to transfer out. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too worried about most of these guys transferring. The one that could get kind of weird is Wesley Seymour, since he's our current backup quarterback. And then what I might do is, against some lesser opponents, start him over Romano just to kind of see what he's got and get him a little bit more snaps. That said, we do have Harrison Sharp and Kevin McGee, who are both going to redshirt this year, so I don't really see a need in keeping Seymour here. I do have a handful of D linemen, or it used to be a handful. Now I guess it's only Isaiah, complaining about playing time, so I did drop these 2 down for a couple games, which seems a bit unfair, especially to Gavin. But That is that. All right. Let us get into North Carolina. North Carolina, they are 0-5. Not great. Um, I mean, yeah, they lost close ones to Memphis and close one to Virginia, but they got beat by 3 touchdowns to Notre Dame, lost by 10 to Syracuse, and then Tennessee. They're playing 3 orange teams in a row. Make of that what you will. Their quarterback is Emiliano Nicholas, who, to be fair, looks pretty. Oy. Well, he's cleaned up his turnover act, which is good. He's not mobile. That's really what I was looking for. All right, we're going to work on stopping their downfield passing, and we're going to work on our rushing attack. Let's get this party started. We are favored by 21 points. North Carolina does have 10 prospects visiting, including one that I guess we're in on, quote unquote. So far in the sim, Clemson has beaten North Carolina 4-1. Last year, though, North Carolina took the honors. So we'll try to buck that trend here. We will call tails as it never fails. And anyone who says otherwise is lying. See? Defer to the second half. Ignore the last stream. I think the coin flip was heads 4 out of 5 times. All right, the QB doesn't really want run, so I think I'll go too high safety and just blitz more often than bring the safety down. 3rd and 3, I bet they run it, but I'll just send one linebacker. Just as I say, Emiliano Nicholas cleaned up his turnover act. Nelson Cote with the interception. Thank you, sir. Isn't he like... Oh, no, he's 2 on the depth chart. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Calvin. That's tough. Anyway. All right. Similar idea to what we've been doing before. We're a little more pass-heavy team than I kind of expected. But I think it served us well. Romano has done a lot better than I thought he would. The issue, though, I think, comes in if our running game gets stopped, because at the moment it really hasn't. I think we could be in trouble as Wade Holt waltzes in for a touchdown. Extra point is good. Those of you on the Billy Gain target tracker, he got a target. Because he needs to get 20. And the moment he gets 20, I'm dropping him to 4th on the depth chart. I'll go too high safety on 3rd and 8. Oi! And they do a 4 verts. Fair enough. And here I thought my too high safety look would have stopped that. But alas. 3rd and 9. I do not want to do a contain. Oh, and they convert on the curls. All right. I may have to start bringing the safety down if they're going to do that. -3 yards on the rush. Let's blitz again. Get greedy. And a sack from Isaiah McKay. Earn those reps. I'll do cover for quarters. Why not? All right. Incomplete pass, and they have to punt since they were knocked out of field goal range. That'll do. I'm running a lot of 2 tight end sets, partially because we have a really good group of tight ends. But the other reason is I need to get Gaines his targets, damn it. I am not going to do a bubble screen. I will, however, just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run. All right, 1st and goal up 5 because Brock Scales just ripped a 20-yard rush. That'll do. Hitches. Oh, it didn't work. 3rd and goal up 5, I'm going to run it. Yeah, and my argument for running it is if I get close enough on 4th down, I'll just do an ISO. There we go. Wade Holt into the end zone. Thank you. Good night. Extra point is good. We are up. Oh, they converted on 3rd down. I was about to skate through that. All right. They have to punt. I think I'll just run it as you do, really. Bergman getting involved. I need you to throw it to Gaines. Or not. I think on paper, this is the best offense I've ever had. which stuns me because I didn't do that much turnover from last season, and Clemson had like a low level ACC record last year, which is insane to me. Like, I don't understand. I'm going to run it on 3rd and 2. There we go. Let's get bold. Let's pass it. Let's pass it on 2nd goal at the 2. That's what I get. Romano got sacked. All right. And Tanner Hicks runs it in. Extra point is good. We're up by 21. Will this be a backups in the 3rd quarter kind of game? Oi! Holland muffed the punt. All right, that's strike 1. If he muffs a 2nd one, he's benched, which is a shame because he has biblical speed, and I really wouldn't want to. 2nd goal at the 4. I'm going to do something a little silly and assume they pass. They ran it, but they didn't get anywhere. I will do man and send the linebacker. All right, incompletion. They go for a field goal. This is one of the things I don't like about the AI, and I hope it gets tweaked for the full release in January, is you're down 21-0. You're 4th and goal at the 4. Like, run the ball more and then go for it on 4th down. Like, there's no reason. Like, a human being goes for that, I feel like. Oi, and Romano is picked. Okay. Suddenly, things are starting to take a little turn here, guys. Never mind. They failed to convert, and they're punting. Okay. The run goes backwards, huh? Yeah, 3 and out by us. Okay. I mean, we're up by 21. I'm not particularly worried, but they just stopped us kind of dead in our tracks there. And they punt. There we go. We got a 1st down. Cool. We are out from the shadow of our own end zone now. 3rd and 1. I'm just going to run it. Oh, 3rd and 9. I misread that completely. But I'll punt. I made him burn a timeout. Uh-oh. Will they get another field goal? Nah, they're punting. We're just going to run the clock out. Cool. All right, we get the ball to start 2nd half. Going to be honest, it's a bit shaky. Romano got sacked. It's 3rd and 13 now. Slot outs? Slot outs. Hey, Francis Holland with the 1st down. And now we're driving. We're moving. We're shaking. We're at the 10. Slants. Billy Gaines. Oh, Tanner Hicks went backwards. I'll do crow flats. Oi, Romano is sacked again. How many sacks does that make that? 3? That's rough. Yeah, we'll kick the field goal, I guess. Oh, and Randy Webster missed a 30-yarder. Really? Randy, buddy. Oh, buddy, oh, Paul, friend. You're killing me. All right. And then immediately Amir Fowler intercepts Mariana Nichols. I really said he had fixed his turnover issues, and then he just gets picked twice. That's kind of rough. 2nd and 7, and now Romano is picked again. What an ugly day for the quarterbacks. Wow. Okay. I don't know why I did contain there on a QB that can't run, but don't worry about it. It's fine. 3rd and 10, too high safety. There we go. Incomplete, they punt. Okay. Real talk, I might bench Romano anyway if he keeps struggling. Double unders. It didn't work. Operation double unders did not work. Tight end under also doesn't work because Pritchard dropped it. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Holland muffed a 2nd punt. Yep, he's done. Man, I'm losing 105 speed. Because you... In 2-1 game, too. If this were like a close game, I would be livid right now. But thankfully, it's not. There we go. All right, now we're just going to pass it 1,000 times, burn them right off into the sunset. 3rd quarter has started. Easy. I feel so bad. He keeps throwing it to Bergman. Bergman has 8 targets, for crying out loud. What if I flip him? Wonder if that would change the calculus any. Zach Jacob with the catch. Did not expect that. Now I'll just run it. Oi, 1-yard rush. Where's my ISO? There it is. And Wade Hull gets in the end zone. We're up by 25, which means the backups are in. So that means I'm going to flip them like that. Can the backups stop the North Carolina offense? So far, the answer is no. And the answer was definitely not. I mean, good on them to do a wise stick when we send the house, but 18-point game, which means the starters are back. All right. We're just going to run the ball, and then get them with the corner strike. Didn't work. It did not work. Hitches? Nah, that seems like a terrible idea. And Jack Jacob with the touchdown pass. The backups are back in. And I think we'll turn. Okay, shoot clock is on already. Good. Let's just run the ball and then dink and dunk it a little bit. Oi, 2 incompletions. Wesley, if you want to start, you're going to have to give me something more. Did I just do an engage A on like the final play of the game? Yes, I have no shame. All right, we win, but that was low-key kind of a messy game. I mean, Romano, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We had 2 punt return fumbles. Not great. Wesley Seymour, 1 of 3, 6 yards, touchdown. Fair enough. Really good day from our running backs. We like to see. We stopped their run pretty well. Yeah, dominant victory, but man, we made a lot of mistakes. I say we. I'm just hitting the sim play button. Oh, boy. Two more injuries. Oh, God, and it's both O linemen. All right. Okay. So who's out? Ezra Grayson is out. And these two both want to play. You're fine. Who's the other one? Alan Burns is hurt. It's a head injury for 2 weeks. At that point, I'm just going to move him all the way to the bottom because one of those weeks is going to be the bye anyway, and I don't want to risk that getting worse. So for next game, I'm playing with kind of a depleted O-line group, but it should be okay. All right, recruiting? Commits? No commits? Huh? Oh, he was the guy I took off my list. Right. Well then, so in case you missed last stream, we're currently on 20 targets. We're only ahead on 9 of them, which is a bit shaky. I can schedule a visit with Martinez. Do I want to? I mean, his coverage skills are so good, I kind of want to schedule a visit anyway. Come on down to NC State, my friend. Okay, let's figure this out. So, looks like Jennings had his Boise State visit. It went pretty good, but I'm still not too worried. All right. Let's just snipe UConn on Martinez. Wrong button. Oh, boy. Xander Dyer, I'll give a great pitch to. Jacob Cobb gets an ace. Armstead gets an ace. Lincoln Kane, I think we're just gonna lose. And it's kind of annoying because I like him, but I mean, if I offered him 400,000, that gets me 400 plus Let's do an OC great pitch. That gets me 729. We'll see. Joaquin Gonzalez. Hi, buddy. How you doing? You will get an ace pitch and an additional $1 million. How much NAL does that leave me left? 4 million. I don't really want to spend much more. However, I assume I'm going to get $1 million back because I don't think I'm going to be able to keep Randy Hall, which is a bit annoying. And then these guys will all just get whichever pitch is best for them. Man, I wish Isaac Levy cared about money. I would offer him a king's fortune. Alas. Oh, I have one DC. Okay, pitch. You can get it, Jennings. All right, that's kind of where we're at. I mean, we've already got a couple D linemen commit, which is good. We're going to fill out our defense with a lot of these commits. I mean, getting guys like Renee Banks, Giovanni Simpson, they're going to play immediately. Assuming Simpson gets a good little development tweak. And I think getting one of Cobb, Armstead, Kane is the goal. Armstead, Cobb, obviously 1 and 2 in that respect. Speaking of which, he doesn't care about money. Cobb I've already paid. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to offer Cobb an additional $500,000, and I'm going to take away the $400,000 I paid Kane. Well, I lied. I'll just pay him $500,000. That drops me to 3.3. We're kind of running low on NIL money there. All right, it is the bye week. Celebrate good times. Just going to advance it. Nothing really to do. No new commits. Fair enough. All right, so I get Burns back next week against Rutgers, and I get Joseph and Price back against the Duke. Cool. All right, so rankings check. We moved up the previous week. We stayed after the bye week, so we're 5th. Wisconsin dropped 1. TCU went up. Yeah, almost every team has the same bye week. I kind of wish that was different, but that might just be something that's difficult to code in the game. Yeah, I think we're going to win our division. And I think we're going to win 8 games too, which is sweet, because we really need to, considering that almost all of our promises are simply win 7-8 games. Gaines, listen, I'm trying to get you the targets, buddy, but you're just not getting open, and it's very frustrating. Like Jacob Jack, is going to kill at this point. I need to get Gaines those targets. All right, we had no commits, which is fine. I mean, is anyone even close? Oh, good. Lincoln Kane is. When's his VTech visit? Now. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. I think he's going to commit after this Virginia Tech visit. I'll give an ace pitch just for the old college. Nah, actually, that just seems silly. Yeah, I'm punting on Lincoln Kane. I'm just going to do target player. Okay. We beat UConn out for Martinez, which is good. I'll just give a great pitch. All these guys can stay targets. Cobb gets an ace. Kane, I'm skipping. Dyer gets an ace. Gonzalez, ace. Yeah, I think it's going to be really annoying when I miss out on all of these big guys, but I'm so far behind on too many of them. Does Drake Daly care about money? More importantly, do I want to give Drake Daly money? Not at all. Well, he saved me from myself there. I guess since I have it to spare, you can just get an okay pitch. And Kale. I mean, if I'm getting Cale Garner, he's worse than Lincoln Kane, don't get me wrong, but they're of similar level, I think. All right, so we're going up against 3-3 Louisville. They scheduled an FCS team, so they are being accused of cowardice. They beat Duke and they beat Missouri in double overtime. They lost to a couple ranked teams. They just got murdered by Virginia. 56 points. Golly, have a day, Virginia QB Chance Lake. Well, okay. Here's a question. Louisville, can your quarterback run? Gary Vincent is a field general, and not really. Pretty good QB, though, for a redshirt sophomore. They got a good one. All right, they're 12th in pass yards per game, so I'm stopping their downfield passing, and we're going to work on our downfield passing. I think if we win this game, I'm going to start Seymour against Rutgers. I may just do that regardless. All right, we're projected to win by 18 points. Louisville has 10 prospects visiting, including one that I guess we're in on, quote unquote. I guess I was in on him enough, but I scouted him. All right, so far in the sim, Clemson, Louisville have played each other twice, and Clemson victorious both times. All right, let's rock and roll. We will call tails, as it never fails. It has failed on this day. Louisville receives, which is fine. I always prefer to defer. Webster, I need you to make all your kicks today. Oi! Okay. Louisville's driving. Uh-oh. All right. 3rd and 5. We have a chance to get out of this relatively unscathed. I'll bring the safety down. There we go. Pass deflection. That looked terrifying for a minute, but they settle for a field goal. We will open with slot outs, and it gets us 12 yards. He keeps passing it to Bergman. See? Okay, I need to flip these. Nothing I do works with these two. And it's kind of hilarious. Toss it to Bergman again. I can't do anything. Wade holds in. Maybe I just take the integrity hit. And Ivan Summers with the pick. That'll do. They did 4 verts and we blitz. That could have been a catastrophe. Utter catastrophe. 2nd and 3. We're just going to run the ball. Brock Scales in the end zone. Extra point is good. And already, in the first 5 minutes of this game, it was looking like Louisville's offense was the greatest thing to ever exist, the greatest show on turf. Since then, though, we're doing pretty good. Just going to all-out blitz on 3rd and 1. No, they did slants. Same thing. Blitzing on 3rd and 1. Take 2. They passed it again. I'm sensing a theme. Oh, keep a spy in. I did that, and they threw it over the middle anyway. Rude. All right, they convert on 3rd and 4. They convert on 3rd and 10, and they get in the end zone. All right. They missed the extra point, which could... I don't know why they went for an extra point there instead of going for 2, but fair enough. Okay. And their offense ain't doing bad as Charles bails us out again. Hey, Billy Gaines with the catch. He needs targets. 3rd and 2. I'm going to pass. My argument being, even if it's incomplete, I'm going for it on 4th down anyway. Charles, I just gave you a shout out and now you fumble. Oh, Louisville's driving. 3rd and 6, I'll blitz. And we get a fumble. Tristan Walden again. Okay. Now we're just styling on him. Jack Jacob with a catch. Uh-oh. No yards gained, huh? Hitches. If I kick the field goal, I go up by like 8. Yeah, I'll take the field goal. I'm going to take the field goal. And Ivan Summers again. Have a day, lad. Okay. Okay, we're already at the 3. We're in the end zone. Thank you. Good night. Ooh, 40-yard kickoff return. That ain't bad, though. And again, this time Zion Blevins with the pick. I really said that Gary Vincent was like a really good quarterback as a redshirt sophomore, and now I've picked him off 3 times. Oh boy, I'm gonna turn on to clock here just to burn the rest some clock a little bit. And never mind, we got in the end zone immediately, and we're up. We've scored 31 points in the first half. Oh no! Woo! All right, all right, 4 verts, fair enough. Oh my lord. Ivan Summers with pick number 3. Wow. I'm going to keep up tempo on just to see how the first couple plays go. Yeah, I'll go for it on 3rd and 7. And by go for it, I mean pass it. Cool. Does the AI got the picture yet? Cool. All right. I mean, if we can get into field goal range, it'd be nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. I'm gonna run on 3rd and 1. Cool. I would have liked to get more than 2 yards there, but fair enough. Jack Jacob in the game catching balls. Raphael, you want more playing time, and then you drop a pass on a 1.5 minute warning? How dare you, sir? Mesh. Ah, didn't work. Let's go for the 45-yarder. And Randy Webster makes it. Cool. Uh-oh. I don't know why I just did almost an all-out blitz there, but I did. All right, and they get a nice little drive in there too. We'll just run the ball in the half. Okay. I mean, I think our defense was very much bend no break, but man, they allowed a lot of big plays there. I'll run the Texas play. Oh, it worked for once. Yeah, I think we're fine because our offense is humming. We're doing work. I've seen Jack Jacob in a lot. Does that mean Bergman's injured? I'm going for it on 4th and 1. Wade Holt gets 12 yards. That'll do. I have a fear that Bergman's injured. And Brock Scales with the touchdown out of the backfield. We are now up by... No, not enough for the subs to come in yet. 3rd and 6. You know what? Let's get bold. Let's get brave. Send the blitz. All right. Thank you, Paul Anderson, for bailing us out there. All right, backups are in. I lied. I did my math wrong in my head. That means I would like Gaines to drop down a bit. Oh, I'm also going to turn Chukluck on. I forgot to do that in the first half. I'm sorry, Louisville. Oi, and Seymour is picked off this time. Aish. Yeesh. All right. If/when they score, the backups go out again. Oh. Nah, they got in. Man. All right. Jack Jacob in, and Scales fumbles. What is with the turnovers today? Yeesh. All right. They convert on 3rd down, and they get in the end zone. So it's now a 15-point game. That's not nothing. I mean, again, I think our defense has been fine. It's just the fact that our offense keeps turning the ball over. I say fine. You know, they've been a little shaky. I'll do double unders. There we go. End around? Sure, why not? Benjamin Pritchard, thank you. All right, yeah. Where's he gonna run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, get in the end zone? Thank you. I'm a some yeesh. I mean, credit to Louisville's offense. No one has been able to do this against us yet. But they run it on 4th and 3, which, you know, fair enough, teach their own, etc. But not too sure I would have done that. Oy! I'll go for it on 4th and 1. Thank you. Run the ball. Run the ball. Thank you, Francis. I'm not going to do a QB sneak. We're just going to do little ISO here. Oh, it didn't work. Inside zone. Well, you went backwards there, buddy. I'll take the extra point. Well, we got 50. I'm not going to do engage 8. I should have done engage 8, to be fair. I just didn't think they'd run it when they're down by this much. I'll do engage 8. YOLO. And that'll do. All right. Well, we beat Louisville, but I mean, credit to them. They did really well. I mean, their third down conversion rate was 9 out of 13. They had 5 turnovers. I would be so mad if I was their offensive coordinator. Yeah, I mean, Gabe Vincent, we picked him off 4 times, which is insane. Romano had a really good game. That's a bounce back for him. Seymour, obviously, threw the pick. Not great. Our run game was unstoppable. Jacob had 6 targets per minute of 5, and the guy I need to get targets gains only at 4. It's fine. Scales coach both fumbled. Man. Yeah, that was a weird game. I mean, you look at it, you score 50 points, you're happy with that, but our defense wasn't great. They forced a lot of turnovers, but I feel like the drives were either we get a turnover or they score, which is not exactly what I would call sustainable. All right, Alan Burns is back. Let me move him back up in the depth chart. These two still complaining about playing time. How'd they do? Jeter got a pancake, no sacks. Well, I know they got no sacks because our guy never got sacked. Corbin, how'd you do, buddy? 2 pancakes, no sacks. Cool. Oh, no, looks like you didn't play against Louisville. My mistake. All right. I didn't see any commits. No commits, because who needs it? But shout out to Ivan Summers, the senior, getting 3 picks there. We'll take that. Orion Sharp, you want more playing time? Why? Kunst. What a fool. Do I just flip him and Anderson? I mean, Price is coming back soon, and he's better than Sharp already. I mean, yeah, Anderson really hasn't got me much, to be fair. I'll swap him for a couple games. Sorry, Paul. So, why? Oh, Gaines' third on that track. All right, so Gaines wants 20 targets. He's currently at 17. In an ideal world, he gets his targets against Rutgers, and then the rest of the season, I can play Jacob as the second tight end. That's my ideal world. All right, recruiting. Anyone else going to commit soon? No. Yeah, I don't think we're getting Lincoln Kane. Virginia Tech beat Duke, and they got 1,000 points in their visit. Credit to them. Congrats. I mean, to be fair, he does visit us this week, so I'll do an ace pitch for him, plus our visit, just to see how many points we get. But I am not that hopeful. Looks like no one else is making gains on those guys, so you all know the drill. Top pitches all around. Drake Daly may commit soon. So if we can leapfrog Kansas, he might commit to us, which would be cool. Because our wide receiver room, I mean, it's good, but we're also going to lose a handful of guys, which is never really fun, let's be frank. And I have a couple okay pitches that I could just throw around. Cool. Recruiting is so chill this year. I love it. All right. Rutgers. They are 1-6, with their only win being against an FCS school. That's tough. Man, they have not had a good season. However, we do have a little bit of a connection to them. Dominic Banks was at Purdue for me, and he was our QB3 for a year. Never played. He went to Rutgers and did, okay. Nothing to write home about. However, look at his attribute game. He went from a 73 when he left me to, in 3 years at Rutgers, he's up to a 90. That's crazy. That's crazy. His arm strength jumped up. His accuracy jumped up by 20 in the span of 2 years. That is insane. That is the power. A+ potential. I am going to give Wesley Seymour the start this game. I think, I feel like I'm going to let Seymour walk at the end of the year if he does want to transfer out, because I have Kevin McGee, I have Harrison Sharp, redshirting. They're going to be on equal level as Wesley Seymour. And Romano, to his credit, has done better than I thought he would. So this is really just to see what Wesley can do with a full game of action. Dominic, I don't remember. Are you running quarterback? Dual threat? Yes, he can. Okay. All right, so in that spirit, we're going to work on downfield passing and stopping Dominic in the dust. That said, look, let's be frank. Some of their losses, are close against Nebraska and Wisconsin, but if your only win is against an FCS school, I don't have that much respect for your scheduling here. We're projected to win by 30. That'll do. We have 5 players scheduled to visit. Giovanni Scales, we know we're not getting, so that one doesn't matter. But the rest, we're trying to just get closer and closer to see what we got. Oh, boy. Ignored has offered. Listen, Giovanni, listen. Look at who I'm competing against. It's fine. Also, the fact that his playing time is an F for me makes no sense. I guess because maybe his overall is like 1 less than that part confusing. But regardless, let's play Rutgers. Rutgers calls tails because it never fails, and they elect to receive. So we're going to see Dominic Banks first, or an end around. That too. Uh-oh. Third one, I'm going to blitz. And inevitably, when they do quick slants, I'm going to cry. I was close. They did hitches. I think instead of having the linebacker be the spy, I'm just going to bring the safety down. I think that's going to be how I do it. Cover 2 on third down feels like a crime. Cover 3. Incomplete pass. They punt as opposed to going for the long field goal. All right, so this game, Wesley Seymour, his starting debut, whether it is the first of many or just a one-off, really remains to be seen. Billy Gaines got a target. That's good. And Charles Cole with the 29-yard pass. Okay, Wesley. Oi! We did a dime blitz, and they did a slant on the same side as the blitz and corner. Cool. They got in the end zone. All right, we're tied up. Okay. I see you, Rutgers. Oi, and Seymour is picked. And then Dominic Banks is picked right back. Just no one wants to get in the end zone today. All right, we're just going to run the ball, and then when they least expect it, chuck it to the tight end. That part kind of worked. But we got in the end zone. We're up by 7. Safety blitz. It worked. How's Dominic Banks doing rushing-wise? 3 for 15? Okay. Not that worried. Nickel blitz. Oh, and they drop it. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. All right, we'll sim it. One of these days, I'm gonna get a punt return for a touchdown, and it's gonna be so cool. Billy Gaines with another target. How many does he need? He has 17, so he needs 3 targets. And he's gotten 2, so I need 1 more. 3rd and 10. Let's do the mesh. 4th and 3. I'm going to take the field goal. 3rd and 2, I'll blitz. Hey, tackle for loss by Tate O'Connor. That'll do. They punt it away. We got the ball back. Jack Jacob getting involved in the passing game. Is that what we want between me and you? Maybe not. Seymour's picked again. Not looking good. But they don't convert on 3rd down, so they punt. No harm doing it. But still. Come on, son. All right, we need to run the ball a bit more. I say that, and then Tanner Hicks goes backwards. All right, big conversion on 3rd and 11. Trying to get in the end zone now. Billy Gaines with the pass catch. That means he has his targets. Get down all the way to 4th. Okay. All right, I'm just going to run the ball. I really need to add up the turnovers we had in the 5 games I played on Tuesday compared to the 3 games I played now. Because, wow, we are turning the ball over like nobody's business. They punt. I'm just going to run the clock out. Even though the AI is like, you should go for it. Fine. Corner strike. Ooh. 19 seconds. I don't think we'll be able to get in field goal range. But I'm going to try. And 1st and 10 at the 49. 1st and 10. Do I try to run 1 more? Nah. Man, we got the completion. He ran out of bounds to stop the clock, but it wasn't quick enough. All right. We start with the ball, though, so I'm not too upset about that. But not a great showing for Seymour. I mean, he was accurate, but he also threw 2 picks. So what do you do? We're going to go a bit more run heavy in the second half. Try to burn some clock. As is our want. 1 yard rush, Tanner. Good 3rd down conversion there. Thanks, Captain Obvious. All right, Wade. I'm just going to run the ball inside until we get in the end zone. To be fair, those are some pretty good stops there. That said, I'm going to run it again. 4th and goal to 3. I don't love a field goal here, so I am going to run it, but I'm going to run it to the outside. Ah, no dice. Wade Holt went backwards. Tackled for a loss. All right. And they convert on 3rd down. All right. Okay. Oh, they don't go for it on 4th and 1. Where's your spine? Wesley is sacked. And he's sacked again. Was that the same player both times? Yes. Samuel Randolph got back-to-back sacks. Okay. 3rd and 3. I'm not going to do a corner blitz. What I will do, though, is cover 3. Halfback draw. Fair enough. Okay. Not the best game in the world, but I think if we run the clock out, get in the end zone, I think it's game over. Because their offense has just got barely anything going. Ours, to be fair, hasn't been great either. But that's just where we're at here. Nope, we punt. All right. Still really anyone's game if Rutgers finds a way to score here. Nope, they don't convert. They punt it back. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Hey, Brock Scales, 49-yard run. Break the game wide open. The RPO fails miserably. Wade Holt converts. Wesley, please. All right. Yeah. I mean, listen, I burned the clock down to 4.5 minutes. I am going to kick the field goal. My argument being at that point, they need to get in the end zone twice now. They're down to 3. How much time did that burn? 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes off the clock there. Sweet. All right, now I'm just going to go too high safety essentially the whole time. So I have no problem if they go down the field and score. What I can't have is if they do it quickly. That said, they're doing it pretty quickly. Wow. They just dissected us there, huh? Seven plays, 75 yards, minute 25. Fair enough to them. Fair enough to them. They make the extra point. It's now down by 6. Okay, very simple. If we get a first down, I think mathematically we win, depending on how long it takes. Wait, they used the timeout, but the 2-minute warning sounded. I'm not going to question it. Cool. ISO works. I am just going to kneel down, let the clock run out, and we win. That game should not have been as close as it was. We didn't nearly double, but we had over 500 yards of offense. We had 200 more rushing yards than they did, double the first downs. Our third down conversion was much better. But, again, we turned it over twice. Seymour had 2 picks. Hicks fumbled. Not great, I must say. I mean, Holt and Scales had games. Holt had 156 yards rushing, for God's sakes, but man alive. It should not have been that close against one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. But win's a win. We'll take it and we'll move on. A win is a win. 2 more injuries? Guys. Oh, good. Jack Jacob, who was complaining about playing time, is now hurt. Sweet. All right. All right, let's do the healthy guys first. So, Richard Joseph is back. He's going to slide up to 5. Beatty's then at 6. Godwin, you're going to transfer and you're just going to like it. Okay, Salvador Price is back. Here's my thing. Right? He played in 1 game. I do understand that. However, I kind of want him to redshirt at this point. Like, if I can get both him and Matthews redshirted, then I'm kind of covered because I'm losing two safeties. I'm losing Summers and Anderson no matter what. Fowler is only going to get better. Sharp might leave anyway. So I think I'm going to keep Price where he is at 5. Is that the right call? I don't know. All right, Hector Velasco I saw got hurt, and it's for 6 weeks. I mean, I'm dropping him from like the whole list at that point. Yeah. How many games has Kyle Parrish appeared in? 6. Cool. Man, and I ripped the red shirt off of Tyler Gist, but Velasco, I mean, his coverage numbers are just bad now. All right. What was their new injury? Oh yeah, Jacob. Well, I mean, I'll have him still as my backup tight end so that he gets those reps. But technically, I mean, at that point, should I just play Jeremiah McKinney? I don't really want to. Billy Gaines got his 20 targets, right? 20. Cool. Let me just confirm that the promise was in fact 20. Sweet. All right, Gaines is done. Okay, recruiting. One guy committed, and it's Alexander Stark, who we knew we were getting for day one. He's just your classic depth linebacker who's going to redshirt and probably become a quality backup. His IQ ain't bad. Already at a 74. I hope his potential gets a little boost, but take that. All right. So viewing the official results, we got 520 points for Levy. I really wanted more for him. Scales we didn't care about. Randy Hall we get 620. So I think we're gonna lose out on him to Georgia. 595 for Stout, and he still has the Michigan visit. We do, however, leapfrog Kansas for Drake Daly, which is good. But yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna miss out on most of the big guys down there. Arner had his visit with Ball State, only got 340 points. Negative 170 game atmosphere is just terrible. Like, that hurts me to see. All right, Drake Daly might commit soon. I just want to stay ahead of Kansas, so I'll give him an ace pitch. Might be a mistake, but we'll see. Cobb gets an ace pitch, and I'll float him an extra 500,000 to get me 654. Stout, listen, we got within a lot on. I don't even know if I want Stout anymore. Who's Michigan playing in their visit? Ooh, they could lose that. I'll give him just a great pitch and call it like that. Gonzalez, I will float an additional 500,000. That's only 150 though. Man, we're just so far behind on these guys. It's insane. Good news is, when a lot of these guys commit to other schools, I'll get some money back. Ooh, Virginia Tech only did target player on Kane. Noted. That has been noted by the official record. All right, I'm about an hour in, and we got through, these 3 games? All right, cool. Oh, boy. All right. Price and Joseph, I moved in. Cool. Man, these injuries are rough. All right, so we're going up against Duke, who they're 4-4. What an unserious. I feel like FCS schools should just be removed at this point. Like, what benefit is it getting you, really? So they're 4-4. One of their wins against FCS schools, so they have been accused of cowardice. They're most of their losses outside of a ranked South Carolina are close, so this is a pretty decent team. To be fair, they got a QB, Ulysses Downey. Do they get him off the set of Bridgerton? He can run. Ooh, he can run, and he has run. Okay, this could be a sneakily tough game here. Yeah, they got some good running backs too. Okay, okay, Duke. Ranking check. We are still number 5. We are unmoved because everyone and their brother won, with the exception of Florida State, who lost in OT to Arizona State. Purdue, by the way, is back up to 22. They have emerged back in the rankings. They've gone on a 4-game winning streak and they beat OSU. My legacy lives on. Certified classic. They outscore OSU 14-3. How'd it happen? Show me the log. All right, so OSU gets a touchdown. They go up by 10 with 10 minutes left. It's punt, 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 punt. Purdue gets a touchdown to go down by 3. OSU gets picked off. Punt, punt, punt. Field goal from OSU to bring it to 6. And then Purdue has a 12-play, 52-yarder that lasts 4 minutes to leave them 18 seconds on a clock. This is a masterclass. That is beautiful. And then, to make matters worse, Connor Salivar is picked off to end the game. What a game from Purdue. Good on them. Good on them. They barely ran the ball. My legacy has been destroyed as Purdue has become a pass-first team, but it's fine. Sweet. But good on Purdue. They beat OSU. Good on them. Then they beat Minnesota and Texas State. Good on them. All right, that makes me a bit happy with how their season is going. Okay, so they have an insane quarterback. We're going to work on stopping the run and work on our passing game. I also need to remember to put Romano back in. All right, so Seymour still complains when he has 28%. So I wonder if I think 30, 35 are also cutoffs that could be. I mean, look, Seymour has appeared in every single game so far. Just most of that has been garbage time, and he's thrown like less than, 5 passes. All right, we have Duke, who, to be fair, look pretty good. We're favored by 16.5 points. Duke has 10 recruits visiting. I'm not in on any of them. So far in the sim, Clemson has beat Duke 5 out of 5 times. And since 2025, it has not been particularly close. Okay. Let's rock and roll. We will call tails as it never fails. Except the times it does. But Duke elects to receive. First play, very simple. Send the house, blitz. All right. It did not work. 3rd and 2. Listen, if you want to run it 3 straight times, be my guest. No! They got us with the hitches. Engage 8. Ooh. The engage 8 worked on an end around. That could have been terrifying. Like, I feel like doing an end around against engage 8, you either get tackled at the line of scrimmage or behind it, or you get a touchdown. Now they converted on 3rd and 5. And Duke is driving until they get stopped. They punt it away. Okay. All right, Romano is back in at quarterback, so I have a little more faith in our pass game today. We don't have great field position, but, listen, we're driving. We're making waves. We're not. We were. 4th and 5 here is long. You know what? Nah, I'm punting it. Oh, and we burn him at the 2. Good decision. I'm going goal line. Send it. All right, 0-yard rush. Goal line again. 0-yard rush. 1-yard rush. All right, we don't get the safety, but they punt, and we get really, really good field position here. That was good. Good call on me to punt. First and goal at the 4. I'm going to run it inside 4 times. There's 1. There's 2, and Wade Holt gets in the end zone. Extra point is good. I am not going to blitz on 3rd and 5. Good thing I didn't blitz on 3rd and 5. Duke goes 3 and out. We almost joined him there. That was terrifying. Corners. Brock Scales 41-yard pass out the backfield. Sweet. And we're in the end zone again. Wade Holtz. Extra point is good. We're up by 14. One thing I am going to do really quickly, because I noticed this was happening, I'm going to change the short yardage back to Scales. Or no. Yes. Just to get him a little bit more snaps, because he's kind of in danger of falling below 30%. And I can't have that. 3rd and 9, too high safety. -1-yard rush. They got this QB, but he's not really running the ball or passing it. They're just giving it to Welsh every time. I mean, I'm not going to complain. If your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them, I believe is what the kids say. Y corner. There we go. That's what I get for calling a play action. And we convert on 3rd and 8. Yeah. Yeah, when you're getting these good results, it's tough to complain. And touchdown on 3rd and 6. We're up by 21. Okay. I was worried initially after seeing their QB and their running game, but I mean, we've done a pretty good job at stopping them. Do I want to do crow flats on 3rd and 8? Not really. Let's just do slot drive and send people every direction. Bergman with the first down. Now we'll just run the ball a bunch, burn some clock here, so the Duke doesn't get an insane amount of time. I'm going to turn off up tempo and just go to normal. And Charles Cole gets in the end zone. We're up by 28-0. There we go. I will call a timeout just in case I get a punt return for a touchdown. He did not, in fact, return it for a touchdown. My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined. All right, we're going to go 2 clock. Just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. I think one more score and the backups come in. No, the backups are already in. That's hilarious. The game 2 halves. Well, we're going to get a decent amount more from Wesley Seymour, which is good. McKinley with a first down. See, he does exist. Reports of the redshirt freshman's demise greatly exaggerated. Luis Boykin goes backwards. Slants. Didn't work. I don't really want to do mesh. I do, however, want to do the Y corner. And that didn't work either. We'll take the field goal. We go up by 31. All right. This win is making me feel much better about my team compared to the last couple wins. We went from struggling to beat a 1-5 Rutgers to crushing Duke, who is a much better team. Oh, Seymour got sacked. Did Romano get sacked at all? No. That's tough. Oh, boy. Poor Seymour. He comes in, immediately gets sacked. 3rd and 11, slot outs. No dice. We punt. Man, I don't understand what their offensive coordinator is doing. Like, you have a QB who's, his accuracy, it's not the best in the world, but his arm is pretty good, and he's a great rusher, and you're just handing it off every time. Seems kind of strange to me. Luis Boykin is killing me. Who's behind Boykin in the depth chart? Day. I don't really want to see him either, to be honest. I'll do a play action. Surely that'll work on 3rd and 7. Hi, it did. James Ball with the first down. Good for him. Jace Day getting involved now in the running game. Hey, he went nowhere. You know what? Bubble screen. Even the bubble screen is working. I feel so bad for Duke right now. We're just throwing everything out there and let's try another play action. All right, that time it didn't work. To be fair, field goal is good. I'll do a safety blitz. Well, I'll do an engage 8. All right, that went about how I expected it to. 3rd and 4. I mean, they're probably gonna run it. I don't know why they will. No, they'd pass it. All right, cool. Oh, they're getting by our blitz a little bit. I think Duke's about to get on the board. And they do. Some might question the slant weak blitz on 3rd and 11. I would argue, judging by the fact they've only passed it 14 times the whole game, I assume they were just going to run it. All right, this will probably be the last drive of the game if we just run it out here. Get Boykin and some other guys some reps. 3rd and 5. Let's do a sweep. Poor Jace Day. He finally gets in and he just goes backwards every time. All right, we'll punt it. And they decide they don't want to play anymore. That's game. I mean, that'll do. I mean, that's probably the best running quarterback we'll face all season. And they just didn't get anything going on the ground. Yeah, he ran it 7 times for 13 yards. Romano was great. Seymour was meh. But Holt got a couple touchdown scales. They got Hicks. You know, I think of our 3 running backs, Hicks is probably the worst in terms of just overall production, which is a bit disconcerting. But overall, pretty good day. Really spread out receiving game. No sacks. We should be doing so much. Where do we stand in the sack department? I'm going to check that once I advance the week here. Ooh, Armstead committed. That'll be a close one to look at. Where do I see summary? Sacks. We have 15 sacks on the season. We're 94th in the country. Jeez. And only 12 opposing turnovers. Again. That's what we struggle with at Purdue. We just can't do it. I like how we're also one of the worst teams in the country at drives per game. Listen, just because my drives take 10 years doesn't mean anything. We've only allowed 9 sacks. We're 6th with 9 sacks. It's probably an offensive line or out there that allowed 1 sack the whole season. Just how it goes. All right, no one returned from injury, I don't think. No. All right, Armstead. Our hope is he signs with us, but Notre Dame was ahead. Yeah. Yep, he goes to Notre Dame, and they were even doing target player for him at the end. That's a bit annoying, because my hope was with Armstead that he's going to redshirt a year, and then I can either have a very well-rounded safety who's good at tackling, or a well-rounded corner that is, 90th percentile in tackling compared to some of my corners. So that's a bit disappointing we don't get Armstead. But that is what it is. Okay. Points ahead. Anyone? Whoa. North Carolina just offered a scholarship to Carleton. You do not get to sit on your hands for this 5-star running back the whole season, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'd actually like him. What? Yeah, everyone else, it looks like we're going to get. That said, they're all still narrowing or establishing favorites, so I need some of these guys to commit eventually. Ooh, we closed the gap. Oh, Purdue. Oh, I know that was before. We closed the gap on Florida State. I just don't think it'll be enough because the interest in Florida State is higher than ours. If I do ace pitch, still, if I put ace pitch down an additional $1 million, that gets me 894. Do I think Jacob Cobb is worth $4.5 million? I mean, honestly, kind of. I mean, our corner room isn't great. Obviously, Calhoun being injured sucks, but I mean, he'd play. Velasco is also injured right now. That's why he's so far down here. My decision to pay Renee Banks 1.2 million is looking very stupid right now. I just want that known. Like I essentially just set 1.2 million on fire there. Yeah, 4.5 million is a lot of money, but I've already invested in. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. I'll just keep it at 3.5. All right, Stout. Yeah, Michigan is. Yeah, I'll just let Michigan have Stout at this point and save the better pitches for other players. Yeah, a lot of these guys are going to commit soon. They still haven't had the. Dyer cares about money. What if I offered you like 500 bucks? Might be enough to flip Dyer. All right. That is that. Somber recruiting, but it is what it is. All right, ranking check. We are still at number 5. We're just going to be here at number 5 forever. That kind of is what it is. Purdue, for those paying attention, they're up to 13. They beat Michigan. What is this Purdue season? How do you lose to Illinois and Iowa, but then beat OSU and Michigan? It really is just a replay of when I was there in 2026. Just kind of funny. All right. So we're still 5th. And in all honesty, unless teams above us lose, there's no way we get up here just because, I don't know if the game takes it into account, but our strength of schedule is just nowhere near. Like, we played one ranked team the whole year, and it was ranked 16 BYU, who is not ranked currently. Like, no shot. No shot. Oh boy. Here's a question. Is Seymour complaining about playing time? Yes. So 30% is not the cutoff. Cool. That's neat. All right, let me take a quick look here. Who all wants more playing time? Calvin's not going to get it. Jacob, I'm trying. Sharp, I'm trying. Three wide receivers. Jeter, I don't care about. McKay, I'd like to get more playing time than Dustin. All right, let's shuffle some stuff. So McKay, I'll just flip him and put Rollins up there. Just for a little bit of time. Linebacker Dustin Beatty still wants more playing time. How's Richard Joseph been this season? 15 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. I mean, yeah, I'll move Beatty up to 5. I'm hesitant to move him ahead of Middleton just because Middleton has 92 tackling. So I'll keep that there. And then the wide receiver group. I mean, so I play the kids for a couple games. I don't know if I want to. Nelson, I don't care about if he leaves, to be honest. Raphael, I would like to keep. Similarly with James, but like, I mean, Francis Holland has immense speed, but he hasn't been great this season. Griffin Cooper, I mean, he's been okay. Yeah, I think for the next couple games, I'll do this. I'll do that and see how our offense looks. I do run 6 wide receivers, which I feel like is probably one too many on balance, but here's what it is. Okay, so my hope today was to get toward the end of the season. I think I will. I think Miami's probably gonna end up being our last game here. All right, let's look at Navy. They're 3-6. They beat Temple. They beat Duke. So we have solidarity there, and Boston College. That's about it. Though they have had a much tougher schedule than us. So really, can I throw stones? In this case, they used to have a really good quarterback, Griffin Roa, but I don't think they've had him for some time. What year did they have him? Was that all the way back in year 1? Surely not. Oh, no, it was. Yeah. That was a fun QB. I went after Griffin Roa just because he was also a big running threat. Okay, anyway. Navy, their current quarterback is Tyrell Boggs, who's a field general. He's been their QB for the last couple of years. And he cannot run the ball. That's all I need to know. We're going to work on stopping their passing game and work on our running game. I think I'll have Romano start this one. I mean, he only played for 1/2 last time. We're projected to win by 31 points. They have 9 players visiting, including a kicker. Do I need to recruit a kicker? Because I'm going to lose Calvin. To be fair, I need to recruit a kicker. Hold, please. Let's see if these guys are any good. They're all 1-stars, though. Would I be ahead of, like, these big 2-stars? No, not really. Christian Hammer, are you good? Oh, my God. All right, let's go down the list then. Give me somebody with good potential. Okay. Okay. I'll just put 2 more points into both you. Yeah. Ivan Wilkes from South Carolina. Let me get you a scholarship, kid. Come on down. Cool. I feel bad for Wake Forest. They've been in on him the whole time. They had a visit with him in week 9. They schedule him during an FCS team. I get him at that point. All right. Let us play Navy. We're projected to win by 31 points. Clemson has destroyed Navy both the times they've previously played. Again, before my time. Anything can happen here. We will call tails as it never fails. Except the times it does. Navy elects to receive. And as always on the first play, thunder smoke. And they get 4 yards, to be fair. I think I'll run a little bit more 2 high safety in zone more often than not. Because their offense attack ain't great. And Tyler Walters with the sack. Left punt. Alrighty. And Romano is also sacked. Fair enough, Navy. 3 and out for us. 3rd and 7. I'll switch back to man. Good call. Why did they run it on 3rd and 7? Sometimes the AI makes decisions that I just don't understand. By sometimes, I mean most of the time, to be fair. Jack Jacob getting involved now. I need to get him enough snap percentage where he doesn't want to leave. That sneakily could be a big problem next year if Jacob leaves, because then I have no succession plan at tight end. 3rd and 7, slot outs, send it. Benjamin Pritchard, 9-yard pass. Tanner Hicks goes backwards. Man, Tanner. Like, here's our 3rd running back for a reason, but that's been great. I'm going to run the ball on 3rd and 4, and if I don't get it, I'm just going to run it again. Cool. Brock Scales gets in the end zone. We're up by 7. Oi! And they rattle off a 31-yard reception to the tight end. Fair enough. Blitz. They go backwards. I'll do cover 4 quarters. Oh, and they drop the pass. That hurts. So far, so good. Pritchard again. Romano just throws to Pritchard every time, and I support it. See, again, 9-yard pass. Is he still on top of the game plan, or did I auto it? I autoed it, that's right. Cool. And the reason I autoed it was because I wanted to get Gaines targets, but at the moment, all he's doing is throwing to Pritchard. 3rd and 9, Z-Shallow cross. Ah, Romano got picked. Has not happened that often this season. All right, 3rd and 6. They convert. I am not going to do engage 8. I will, however, do free fire. All right, they get 2 yards. Stop them on 3rd down. They make the field goal. Okay. At the moment, we got a close one. 3rd and 4. What's the field position? Navy's 45. I'm going to run it. If I don't get it, I'm going for it on 4th down. You know, when I said that, I operated under my mind that Scales would get like 2 or 3 yards, not just 1. But I'm going to run it again. No dice. Scales only got 2. Okay. All right. The 4th down, our 4th down conversion rate this season has been pretty good, but it can't convert all of them. Safety blitz. Oh, they ran it to the outside on the blitz too. That's rough. Interesting. On 4th and 1 of the 27, they elect for a 44-yard field goal instead of trying to get 1 yard. I mean, they made it, to be fair, so I can't really judge them. But also, I feel like they should have gone for it. All right, I'm going to turn up-tempo on. Who started with the ball? Navy started with the ball, right? Yeah, cool. All right, so we get the ball to start second half regardless. So if we score again to start the second half, minimum that's 10 points. Oy! Or we just punt, and all of that is now hypothetical. Jeez. They're killing us with the big plays. 3rd and 5. I'm going to drop back into zone. They convert to the tight ends. All right. Oh, Tyler Walters with a clutch sack. But then they get 10 yards anyway. All right, they're back in field goal range, which is a bit annoying. I'm going to drop the safety down. And they convert. Wow. I mean, credit to them for doing essentially an RPO on 3rd and 6. They're at the 4. I'm just going to keep blitzing. They passed it then. Are they going to pass it again? They do not. They go backwards. They kick the field goal. All right. Navy takes the lead. Okay. I believe that is the first time this season we are losing at halftime. Because I think at BYU we were winning by then. Okay. Our offense has decided to arrive. Nice of them to take a whole year to show up as we go 6 plays, 74 yards. Nearly every play was a first down. Where was that the entire first half, guys? Oh, but Navy's coming. Oh, but they go backward. They ran right into the corner blitz. That's unfortunate for them. I'm blitzing again on 3rd and 4. Ha ha! They tried the RPO again, but this time we got them. They have to punt. Cool. That might be the move where I just blitz on 3rd down if it's short or medium. 3rd and 8, huh? Hey, Benjamin Pritchard, 21-yard pass. That'll do. All right, the ace tight end drag. I'm retiring that play. Just hasn't worked. Romano is picked by Norman again. You know, Zachary. Actually, yeah. Seymour's in. Romano has not had a good game, and at this point, I'm going to Seymour. They fail to convert on 3rd and 12. Cool. All right, so what plays are negative right now? Mediums or deep? Deep, okay. And immediate late incompletion. You know what? Fair enough. Scales gets the first down. All right, we need to run the ball. I'm not in chew clock territory yet. I think if we score a touchdown and get a stop, then I will be. Oh, we're at the 1. Scenes. I'm just going to run an ISO. There we go. All right, cool. If we get a stop, chew clock's on, and ideally we can coast to victory. They failed to convert on 3rd and 11. Chew clock's on. Now I'm just going to run the ball 97 times. And Brock Scales, 32-yard run. I think that will do it for this game. Unless Navy scores very quickly, which, to be fair, they're already near midfield. Man, how many times have they thrown the ball? 22. There you go. And they punt. All right. That's essentially conceding defeat. Which is a little annoying. I wanted them to go for it and make it a game, but now I can just run the ball 16 times. Yep, we're already at the 5. Tight end stick, why not? Holland, touchdown pass. Thank you, good night. Man, could have been a cool game if Navy would have gone for it on 4th down a couple times. But no. Like, they're not even going to call a timeout or try a field goal here to make it closer. That just annoys me. But alas, all right, we beat Navy. And to be fair, the box score, doesn't make it look like it was close. We had 200 more yards than them. We tripled their rushing yards, but they were beating us at half, and not many teams can say that. No team can say that this season. But then we outscored them 28-0. That'll do. All right. I mean, Romano did not have a great game. 13 of 24, 140 yards. Did have a touchdown, but he threw 2 picks. Wait a minute. Did it? Oh. It put Romano back in on this last drive. Yep, it put Romano back in because I benched him, and then he became the sub. Well, that's unfortunate from Seymour that he essentially got robbed of a potential touchdown. But Seymour came in 3 of 4, 27 yards. Meh. Yeah, I mean, Holt and Scales just crushed them. 15 carries apiece. Scales got 4 touchdowns. That'll do. Pritchard got the entire line share targets, essentially. Oh, boy. We got 3 sacks, which for us is really good, but we should have gotten more. No field goals needed for us. We got in the end zone every time. Advanced the week. Like that game was close in the box score shows, but I think Navy's AI made some weird decisions. They didn't go for it on 4th and 1 from the 27. They didn't go for it at midfield on like 4th and 3 or whatever that was. Ooh, Haran is committed. This could be a 5-star for us. Let's find out. Unless North Carolina got like 1,200 points, he's ours. Yeah, that was what North Carolina offered him a scholarship last week. This week they offer him 390,000. Just be in on these players more. But we get a 5-star running back. In Carlton Haran. I don't know if he'll play initially. Part of that will depend on Luis Boykin's development. I kind of want to redshirt him just to maximize the time I'll have with him. His ball security is already an 85. His speed could use a little bit of work, but he is a power back. So I'll see. But he is the number 1 ranked running back and the number 9 prospect overall committed to Clemson. Lincoln Kane, we assume Virginia Tech gets him. Yeah. I mean, it was close, but then Virginia Tech had a great visit, got 1,000. James Madison, hilariously, got 700 points in a previous visit, but then I guess took him off their board and lost 550. The recruiting AI does some wonderful things sometimes. But yeah, Lincoln King goes to Virginia Tech. I would have liked to have him because his tackling is already an 80. Coverage-wise, though, he's not great. He's not that quick. So I think a year of red shirt for him would be really good. But, I mean, credit to Virginia Tech. They get him. Okay. Anyone going after the guys I'm far ahead on? No. Cool. What the? Liberty in for Aiden Jennings all of a sudden. Seems a bit rude. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to get Drake Daly. It doesn't look like either Kansas or Wyoming are too interested in keeping up. Cool. Wait, no. All-Steve target player. All right. Jamari Martinez, I think he's going to be ours. On the one hand, 71 overall F plus potential isn't great. On the other hand, we need guys who are better at zone than man, and Jamari is. His zone coverage is already an 81. That'll play. I mean, his numbers may not move at all. That's fine. I need bodies that can do zone. That's really how simple it is. Okay, I can schedule a visit with Wilkes, so why not? Come on down to see NC State play. No give an ace pitch. I feel bad for Wake Forest here that I'm coming in and sniping their future kicker. Yeah, he has A+ playing time for them. I feel bad. Dyer, I mean, listen. He's going to be ours. I don't really know if I want him anymore because Jennings is just better, but you can never have too many O-linemen. All right, Jacob Cobb. What's the math on this? So their ace pitch is better than mine by 50. So, assuming that stays the same, they're going to be up by 210 points. So I would need to offer an additional $50,000 to bring Cobb up to $4 million. Yeah. I think I do it. My corner group is going to become so log jammed though. But $4 million's a lot of money. However, his man coverage, if it doesn't change at all in the future, I'm fine with. His speed is good. His zone needs to get better, and then if he becomes a better tackler, a better defensive IQ, I'm happy. I'll do it, and we'll just let Florida State do whatever they want to do. Harrison Stout, I'm just not getting you. I'm accepting that. So Randy Hall, you get the last ace pitch. Eric Tyson, I'm likely to miss out on as well. Same with these two, obviously. But for the heck of it, you both can get good pitches. Yeah, and I'm going to get $3 million back for not getting Gonzalez anyway. and likely $1 million back for Hall. So I think Cobb will kind of just pay for himself there. All right, you guys can get random, really good pitches. You're welcome. Okay. So we moved up in the rankings. Who lost? Wisconsin lost to Penn State. So we go up to 3 now. USC beat OSU. Dang it. That was our chance to leapfrog USC. Who do they got remaining? Illinois or ranked UCLA? Yeah. I think 3 is probably the highest we're going to be able to get. Bama, though, does have ranked South Carolina and ranked Auburn, and LSU just played them close. We'll see. Good news is, though, and we did this 2 weeks back, and I just forgot to mention it, we have satisfied the targets for all the wins, and we are on pace to satisfying all of the targets for snaps too. I'm going to get so much integrity here. How much am I going to get? 18, 24, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to get 50 integrity. My integrity is going to reach 100%. I am the best. That said, I also have 12 guys who just want to leave me because they don't want to be part of a successful program, evidently. Fair enough. If Calhoun goes to the draft after having a season-ending injury in like the first game without getting any stats, I might just cry. Like he was targeted on one play and got injured. Okay. Miami. Hello. Do I want Seymour to play or do I want Romano to play? I think I've pretty much determined at this point that Seymour won't be back. So, yeah, I'll give Romano the job. I'll let him start it. All right, Miami, you have not had a good year, have you? 1-9, and their only win is against Wake Forest. None of their losses are really all that close, besides FAU and Syracuse. Okay. Who do they got at quarterback and can he run? Well, they've played 2 guys, it looks like. Looks like McPherson got injured. So McPherson's going to be their starter. Can he run? Yes, he can. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Imagine UCF. He has this good a season for you, and then he just craters. That's tough. All right. That said, they're 1-9. I'm not too worried. We'll work on stopping their run and work on our downfield passing game. I still have some of the backup wide receivers and linebackers in. I don't really think I want to change any of that. Just as I eyeball it. All right. Let's take on Miami. We're projected to win by 28 points. They have 9 players visiting, including 1 that I'm quote-unquote interested in. So far in the sim, Clemson is 3-1 against Miami, and they've met in the playoffs and in the ACC championship game. They've faced each other 3 times in 1 year, and Clemson won every time. Oh my. I feel like at that point, if you're a Miami fan, Clemson is your most hated team in the history of the world. I think that just has to be the case. All right, let's rock and roll against Clemson. Against Clemson. I am Clemson. Against Miami. Tails never fails. See? We will defer. All right. First play of the game. Thunder Smoke. Send it. They go. I respect them for doing a jet sweep on their first play. Ooh, 3rd and 1. Blitz them again. And they go backwards and they punt. That was almost interesting. All right. How much longer is Jack Jacob injured for? 2 weeks. Okay. Cool. All right, he'll stay tight end too then. I was worried that it was longer. 3rd and 4. I will run it, though I'm not going to do a sweep. 4th and 2, I'm going to run it again. There we go. Jet sweep. Ah, it didn't go anywhere. Oh no. Tanner Hicks has stopped dead in his tracks. I'm going to go for it. Why not? Let's flirt with death. No, it didn't work. -1 yard rush. Fair enough. They did a QB contain. Do they know who my quarterback is? And that he has no legs whatsoever? Are they aware? 3rd and 8, bring the safety down. No, they converted. I don't think I want to blitz. Cool. Incomplete pass, and they punt. Okay. That first drive, listen, it had momentum. Then it really didn't. Let's try some corners. He always throws it to the worst guy in that. Slot outs. Charles Cole, the transfer darling, with the conversion. That'll do. Tanner Hicks, touchdown pass. Extra point is good. We're up by 7. 3rd and 3. I am going to blitz, but I'm only going to send the one linebacker. And they ran up the middle. I should have committed. I'll commit. Engage 8. No, it didn't work. All right, they convert on 3rd and 3. 3rd and 9 will go zone. No dice. They make the field goal, though. And Romano got sacked. You know what? That's just the breaks. But Bergman gets a 25-yard reception on the dagger. Fair enough. That'll play. 3rd and 3. I'll run it inside. And here we are again. I did not learn my lesson. I'm going for it again. 10 Scales, 25-yard touchdown run. I respect that they didn't blitz on 4th and 2. All right, that went about as well as we can hope. I'll blitz on 3rd and 9. And he goes backwards. Cool. I don't know why the AI called the timeout there with 3 minutes left. But you know what? I respect it. 3rd and 1, I'm going to pass. And if I don't get it, I'm going for it anyway. Is this unnecessarily risky? Yes. Did it work anyway? Yes. See, the AI, they burn one of the timeouts on that, but then they don't switch to up-tempo. Consistency is all I ask. Elliott Lloyd, 31-yard rush. Now we're at the 7. I'd like to actually burn a little bit of clock here now. 2 clock. And Tanix gets in the end zone on the next play. Cool. Well, that looked like a close game, but I think our offense is just too good. I am going to call a timeout on the off chance we return the punt for a touchdown. We did not. All right, and we get the ball back to start the second half. Chew clock is, in fact, going on. RPO, I'm not afraid. Didn't work. Operation End Around failed spectacularly there. Bubble screen, I'm not afraid. I should have been afraid. And I think at this point we can more or less just run the ball out. We really have a good football team. The thing that's just in the back of my mind is that we just have not really been challenged this year. I mean, the only ranked team we faced was BYU. And to be fair, that, we beat them pretty handedly. But, outside of that, we really haven't played a good team, quote unquote. Maybe I should have passed it there. It's fine. Curls. Romano is picked in the end zone. All right. If Miami scores, then it's back to being a close-ish game. Instead, they go 3-0. All right. That's just kind of where we're at right now, huh? Deep shot. Didn't work. 3rd and 4, I'm going to pass it. Where's my mesh? There we go. My hope is to kill the rest of the third quarter with this drive. My hope did not come to pass. 43-yarder. Send it, Webster. All right, we're up by 3 touchdowns. I think even if our defense collapses, our offense has still been good enough. And on cue, Ivan Summers with the fumble. Ivan Summers. Is that like his 6th turnover force this season? 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. I got a little ahead of myself there, but it's fine. All right, we're just going to run the ball. We're already in pretty good field position anyway. Backups are now in. McKinley just caught a pass. 3rd and 2 works. Boykin, buddy, I need you to do better. And Hicks gets the touchdown. All right, backups are in on defense. Looking like Miami's going to score. Never mind. Cedric Barton with the pick as they do 4 verts on 2nd and 1. I respect it. 3rd and 8. Hey, Raphael. See, I would like to keep Raphael because I think he's a really good depth wide receiver. Problem is, he doesn't really have a path to playing time. Francis, how are you going to drop a pass there, buddy? Come on. Deep shot. Send it. So there we go. He redeems himself a play later. 43-yard pass. Cool. All right. I'm going to run the ball even though it's 3rd and 8. Send the jet sweep. They got 1 yard. We'll take the field goal. And that should do it. Decisive win against Miami. They had nothing going on offense outside of the first drive or so. Almost got 400 yards offense total. I mean, they averaged... What would that have been? Did the math wrong in my head there. But yeah, they had no plays of more than 20 yards. That'll do. That'll do. Romano, I think, had an okay game by his standards. 22-31 for 243 yards, touchdown, a pick. Seymour, 3 of 4, 66 yards. Running backs did good. Scales didn't get the ball that much, which is a bit annoying because I need him to get that snap number, but I think he has it regardless. Lloyd had a good game receiving the ball. Rare bad day from Pritchard. Not many times we can afford that. Jacob was targeted 6 times. Maybe that'll make him a happy camper. No sacks, though, on the day from our defense. But, you know, at this point, what else is new? I ask you. Oh, boy. All right. Good win against Miami. Let's see if any of the teams around us in the rankings happen to lose. That'd be nice. Would not be against that. No, we stay at 3. Grayson is back, but Rollins is hurt. Which, to be fair, is fine. He was down on the list anyway. Isaiah McKay still wants to leave. You're killing me, dude. That is what it is. Who came back from injury? Grayson? Sweet. All right, so he is just going to go all the way back up. That's going to drop Jeter and Middleton out of playing time. But to be fair, I mean, how many O-linemen are losing? 1, 2, 3. I mean, both their potentials are low. I think if I were to keep one for next year, it would be Jeter, just because his run blocking is an 85. I'll play him over Daniels, just to give him a little bit of reps, but that's it. All right, let me do commitments. Looks like we had 2 guys commit. Jacob Cobb, did we do enough to upset Florida State? Yes, we did by 20 points. Woo! Okay, we get a 5-star corner, second ranked corner overall, 13th ranked in his class. His man coverage is already phenomenal. His speed is great. I need his zone to get a touch better, and then his IQ is a 59 is terrible. My cornerback room, we're not losing anyone to graduation, but Calhoun and Blevins could both potentially leave for the draft. So it looks like Blevins that isn't happening. But I mean that's a really good get. It did cost us $4 million. So we'll see how that plays. I may redshirt him, though I doubt I will after he gets his one hit of development. We'll see. Drake Daly, we assume is ours, and he is. Kansas kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. This is a depth wide receiver who can't really catch the football at the moment, which I admit, while being a necessity for wide receivers. I mean, his speed is good, his evasion's good. I just need these to go up a bit. So he'll probably redshirt. No issues there. All right, so that brings us down to 15 guys in my target list, of which I am ahead on 9 of them. And still only a handful will commit soon. This is getting annoying to where I'm going to have to deal with a lot of these guys not committing until the transfer. Wake Forest. They offered Ivan Wilkes a scholarship and they leapfrog ahead of me. How rude. But fair enough. All right. Randy Hall, again, man, he's just so good. What's annoying is with Hall is that I could move him to corner and also be fine with it. But, we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm out on essentially all 4 of these guys. Oh my God, Michigan. 1,300, and they lost. Imagine if they beat Penn State, how many points that would be. My God. All right, so that's us out on Stout. So, I mean, if we don't get Hall and Gonzalez, we get $4 million back, and that gives us a little over $6.5 million going into transfers. So I'm fine with that. I'll just do ace pitch for these guys then. Don't think I'm going to get them. I think I'm going to have a light recruiting class, which this year is fine because we have an insane amount of freshmen on the team. By insane amount, I mean 32. So I'm fine with that. Next year, that was going to be shaky when we have 22 juniors and redshirt juniors. But alas. Oh, I have one more. Congrats, Renee. You get an okay pitch. Okay. Think I'll call it there for the stream. And we'll pick up next time against NC State. I mean, obviously, you can't really complain. We went 5-0, starts this season with last stream. This stream, go 6-0 so far. And really, I mean, the Navy game was close, but the second half we blew them out. Rutgers, they just played us insanely close. I assume we're a lock in the playoffs, regardless of what happens against NC State. We'd have to fall 9 spots, which I don't see happening. So I assume we're locked for the playoffs. ACC championship also, I think, is ours. Well, dang. I guess if we lose, we drop to 11-1. Notre Dame wins, Virginia and Florida State. Yeah, I assume we're a lock for the championship. Would be my assumption. But we shall see. Let's see. Oh no, Purdue dropped out of the rankings. They lost. See, they lost to Rutgers. Rutgers sneakily playing teams close. Oh, no. Oh, Purdue, you lost to UCLA and Rutgers? Oh, no. I mean, they're going to make a bowl game, which is good because it continues our streak of making a bowl. We made a bowl game every year at Purdue. So they're going to make a bowl game at least, which is good, but man alive. I gave them the best recruiting class I would have had at Purdue, and they still could potentially finish with the worst record. I am frustrated. I wonder if they fire their coach after 1 year. Wonder what the expectation is for Mr. Marco Graves. I do wonder. Oh boy. All right. So next stream on Tuesday, we'll pick it up. We will end the season against NC State and then go into, I assume, conference championship game and then the playoffs. So that'll be really good for us. I mean, overall, this team exceeded my expectations. I think part of the expectations were set low because, I mean, last year, Clemson went 5-8, and that made no sense to me. How that happened when I just looked at the roster. But I mean, they made a bowl game at 5-7. They lost it. Like, this team was terrible. So underperforming. And I came in, I mean, is it an easy schedule? Yes, there's no way around that. But, I mean, undefeated is undefeated. So next week we'll play NC State in a rivalry game. And then we'll go into conference championship and playoffs and see where things go from there. Oh, Giovanni Scales also signed with Ohio State. Congratulations to them. They invested $3.5 million when they didn't even need to. Good job, guys. All right. But that is it for me, everyone. Thank you for watching, whether live or on the VOD, which again can be found on Twitch or YouTube. This season has surpassed even my highest expectation, but let's see if we can close it out and do some damage in the postseason. Have a good day, everyone.